Monstas. Alright. Yeah, alright. So, yeah, I'm shooting stuff. I got health back, and I need to shoot the helicopter. And these defense force. Yeah. Oh no, rocket launchers. Yeah. Everything is voice acted here. I do like the graphics a lot, it's really endearing. So you actually have to mouse over on the elements, which is really strange. But I'm actually able to pay attention to the where my mouse cursor is, so that's good so far. Looks like priority is in order here. Okay, get that, get that, get that. Get rid of any long-range characters. The little foreground thing is actually really distracting. I'm not a fan of that. As well as the police cars, those are really distracting too, especially when they serve very little. Yeah! Oh no, too many long-range weapons. Does those guys do anything? Oh yeah, they do hit you. Makes sense. Okay. Alright, those purple cows have stopped appearing. I spoke too soon. Oh, I got the cow from nowhere. I'm that good. I can't move forward well, but that's alright. I wonder why it's only move forward. Strange choice of, strange design choice there, I'm curious. Maybe it made it so that the game was too easy? Yoink, yoink. Oh, whoops. Oh, oh. Alright, you can lose your opportunity to grab the cow. That's interesting. That does add a little quirk to my strategy. Yeah. Can't let you do that, Star Fox. Alright, needed that. I'm awfully reminded of, what's the game? The graphics reminds me a lot of the, Stick It to the Man which has this like really beautiful cardboard aesthetic too. Although the hand is not something that I would have expected. I'm doing kind of too well here, man. Yeah. Those are a lot of cardboard boxes he's using. Come on, save the trees! Oh, the bullets look the same. That's kind of funny. These are the bravest soldiers right there. The ones that just rams at you like that for no reason. Yoink. Yeah, it's kind of getting repetitive at this point. I don't feel like the difficulty is getting higher properly. When I say that, like, I kind of want the difficulty to get higher sooner. Maybe it's because the weapon's so overpowered, because it's kind of like easy for me to, for me it's just a question of which vehicle, which enemy am I prioritizing on. So I'm prioritizing a helicopters first and foremost, and then I focus on any sort of projectile characters, and then worry about these foot soldiers as a consequence. So that seems to be like a working strategy in and of itself. Sounds like Cartman is singing all the way. Oh. I do like the subtle light effect on the cardboard there. I think that's really cool. Clearly drawn on, but it's kind of cool anyways. Oh, whoops. Yoink. This is going on forever. I think I got a pretty good idea of this. Yeah, I think I got a pretty good idea of this. Might as well just try to see what happens if I die. That's just it. Ah, okay. Cool. Neat. Alright. Well, that was something. Well, so the graphics is absolutely spot on and the audio is spot on, so that one's the two easiest to rate, to be honest. I considered it to be innovative. I do think the ASD was an interesting way to kind of progress further, but that was kind of like the only thing that I thought that the game did remotely interesting of. The rest of it, the laser attacks, for example, seemed fairly generic in my opinion. I kind of figured out very quickly what was the optimal strategy for the game. So because of that, I personally found the game to be repetitive and not nearly as fun. So that's why I'm giving it 3 stars there. The theme. So yeah, this is I think an interesting interpretation of the theme, because in this case it's about a kid pretending to be a monster, or at least that's the narrative of how they're taking it. And I mean, it's close enough. And I kind of like that interpretation. It's not quite what I would have expected from this game. The rest of it is you play as a monster kind of thing, so that part, you know, kind of plays a little more generically. Using that as an excuse to create this aesthetic was definitely a really good choice, and I think that was really cool in its way. Humor, it's okay humor. To be honest, I think the Lovers in the Park bench was even more ridiculous when it came to the audio, but I did like the acapella and the whole sort of every sound effect is voiced, so that was really cool. The mood. Did I feel hectic, strong? I actually did feel strong, so to be fair, I think the mood was pretty darn good in the sense that, you know, it was trying to convey this, it's a child's play of you trying to be the most monstrous, strongest thing in the city, and it did make me feel like that. So yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. Overall, solid-ish entry. Like, I think it averages out to 4 stars because the presentation is absolutely fantastic, as mentioned earlier, but the gameplay is very repetitive. Very, very repetitive, and it doesn't seem to add much. Like, it adds at least 4 different enemy types, but it never at any point kind of made me go, oh, that was an interesting way of making me use that, or like there wasn't any sort of like situations that made me go like, is it really just laser attacks? Because I could use a different kind of threat to it, the game. And you can tell, actually watching from this stream, that seeing that I figured out the optimal strategy to play the game, it looked like I could play forever using that very specific strategy, and and that's kind of not good from, at least from a player perspective. It means that the game is a little too easy, and there's not even enough challenge to, at least this player, me. So there's that. Wonderful presentation and a great take on the theme. Love the voiced sound effects. Personally, I thought the gameplay was the weakest. The game does a great job of making you feel powerful, but then quickly becomes too easy when the 4 enemies are all introduced, and the rate of when they pour in remains largely the same. It quickly becomes repetitive. Some more polish and extra attacks might have helped. So those are my honest opinions about that. good entry otherwise. I liked it for what it was.